Member for Skeena.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And before I get started, I just want to say that I've never been able to talk about this topic. I failed every time I tried over the last 17 years, but I'm going to give it a shot today, given what happened on the lawn of the legislature yesterday. Mr. Speaker, the discovery of the remains of 215 children buried in unmarked graves near the site of former Kamloops Indian Residential School has shocked the world and left us all struggling with how best to respond. When local First Nations in Vancouver Island gathered on the front lawn of the legislature yesterday, the elders, many of them being survivors themselves, all agreed that the time for talk has ended. The real heal, reconciliation, can only take place if we finally face the past directly. It's a chapter of Canadian history that hasn't been closed, nor should it be, like the internment of the ethnic groups by Canada during the World Wars, the Japanese, the Ukrainians, the Italians, and the mistreatment of Chinese immigrant workers in the 19th century, or their Kamagadu Meru incident. It all serves as a reminder that Canada does have certain aspects of our collective history that must be remembered. However, it also serves as a demonstration of how far we have come as a country. Canada is not perfect, nor is our history, and I haven't come across a perfect country yet. But we must be honest with ourselves and face up to our collective past. We can't change what's taken place, but we must acknowledge the damage in the present. This will create the right conditions to build a better future, a fully inclusive future. The 215 children is just one reflection of terrible policies introduced by provincial and federal governments. That negatively affected Aboriginal people in British Columbia and Canada for decades. We can only rectify this if we all work in cooperation together. That's the only way to fight the same type of incident that killed a Muslim family in Toronto last Sunday. Together, First Nations and non-First Nations can breathe life into law through Section 35 of the Constitution. And perhaps even more importantly, with that well-used but misunderstood word, reconciliation. In closing, I'd like to thank my BC Liberal colleagues for representing me yesterday on the lawns of the legislature. I really, truly appreciate it, as I am still in Skeena. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.